Hi, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for January 2019. Do you like my Cindy Lou Who hat? I couldn't resist it. I hope you're going to have a happy and fantastic new year. This month I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck, and I pulled 5 cards for you in a rainbow tarot spread. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, now onto your reading for January 2019. Hi, Taurus. Now onto your January 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have here today, Taurus, for January is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is a card that symbolizes to me past life reincarnation relationship that you've had in the past, and you've come back together to reincarnate in this lifetime to solve karma. You could be together to the end of your days, or you could just be together to solve karma. You break apart and the karma is solved. Sometimes this means fond childhood memories, memories of the past, people you knew of the past in this lifetime, and it can also mean children. You may feel like there's some tumultuous things going on in your life in January. There could be some upheavals or alterations or reconfigurations of your family, your kids, your life, your household in the month of January. Some of you Tauruses may feel like you're being put in a position where you have to choose between 2 things. Maybe it's 2 jobs, 2 opportunities, 2 people that you're in love with or interested in to date. It could be a choice of 2 of anything, but it would be kind of like a big deal, not just, I don't feel it would be a mundane choice. And I feel like you're also going through some kind of restructuring of yourself and your life. And you're thinking about things like, how do I feel about things? How do I feel about how things are rolling in my life, or your situations? And you may be feeling like you have too much to do, like you have too much on your plate, and you're trying to figure out how are you going to divide your time between all the different things that you have set up or coming up in the month of January, and maybe even throughout the new year. You do have somebody that's going to need you, somebody that you care about, somebody that's going to need your help or assistance. This could be one of your children. It could be a sibling to you. Could even be a love partner to you. For some reason, there are things that just don't feel settled, and some things that feel like you're having unrest. There's some unrest going on here. And like your family, either there could be family arguments there, but it feels more like there's upsetment in the house. It could be, you know, one of your kids maybe is upset about something or having a difficult time, and they need extra care or nurturing. It could be family situations or dynamics in the family are shifting and changing, and somebody is being affected by it and needs more comfort or nurturing at this time in January. You may even start revising things in your life and putting yourself on certain schedules or new schedules, or you could be revising other people's schedules. If you're like in charge of the household, you could be changing like when people are going to go to school or get picked up, or when they're going to work, or, you know, what chores and things need to be done around the house. And this could also apply in a job. If you're responsible for organizing or managing or scheduling people, if you're a boss or a supervisor or a manager, you may start doing like reconfiguring, realigning, changing and shifting people's schedules or departments around, or that could be even happening to you for some of you. Now you have the Emperor is next. And this is a paternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you. could be giving you ideas and inspirations that feel like they're yours, but they're really coming from the Emperor. This could also be, when I say paternal figure, it could be a strong male figure. It could be a father, grandfather, great-grandfather, step-grandfather, someone like a grandfather, someone like a father to you. It could be in the living. It could be all of those people in the living. It could also be a husband, an ex-husband, a boss, an ex-boss, a brother, an uncle. But again, I'm going to say strong male figure. You might be going round and round and round with this Emperor. If they're in the living, they may be like asking you to do things for them. They need you. They're maybe pestering you. They may be having some problems, or maybe their car broke down and they need you to drive them places, or maybe they're having health issues and they need to get taken to the doctors, or they could be having some other kind of crisis or problem or difficulty, and they may be looking at you to come in and solve it for them or save the day. That comes up for some of you Tauruses. I do feel for some of you this Emperor is having a little bit of a hard time with his health. If it's not his health, if this is a spouse to you or a significant other, they could have health problems or something going on with their work. But if this is not currently your life partner and it's a parent or somebody it's still somebody close to you. Let's put it this way. It's like they're going through some kind of imbalance, upheaval, problems, scattered energy, needing assistance. And you may feel like they're kind of you're being put upon by them. Doesn't mean you don't want to help them, but you may feel like, I've already got a lot on my plate. Now I've got to, take care of this too. They may actually help you out. If there's somebody that has the ability to give you money, don't be surprised they don't give you money in the future, or they help you out financially in some manner. And I feel when I look at that from your perspective, you kind of feel like put upon, or like the Emperor is putting you in a little bit of a predicament. Again, that doesn't mean you don't love them or care about them or don't want to help them. But sometimes, people that we love can cause disruption and inconvenience us. So for some of you, I feel like that's your feeling about the Emperor. You may feel like this Emperor is exhibiting some kind of childhood behavior, childish behavior, and they may be kind of like needy or acting like a little kid, or they want a lot of attention, or they want to get their way, or a combination of all of those things you could be experiencing from the Emperor in the month of January, and maybe even in February of 2019. Now, crowning your reading, now this happened, I think, for all the signs except for one. Every sign got a card in their January reading, I believe, except for one that was in their yearly reading that I did on Vimeo, which is over a half an hour long. I think I recorded them for 40 minutes. So by the time they're edited, they're like 36 minutes. And there was a 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread. You had this card in that reading. This is Four of Swords, which is a pause, a meditative state, a resting phase, a recuperation from an illness. It could even be prayer. Or, like I said, meditation. It could be prayer too. Yeah, you do need some rest. You need extra rest in January, or you have to take a step back from something. You may not feel well. You may have to take a leave of absence at your job for a couple weeks, or you may have to cut down your hours, or you may quit your job or leave, but I'm not really feeling like that's what you're doing. To me, it feels more like if you're working, you're going on vacation, or you're taking some kind of rest or leave of absence. And you may even be doing it to taking the break because you may be helping out this Emperor. That could be part of what's going on here. You may even have issues where your blood sugar levels are off. I'm not saying you have diabetes, but if you're prone to that, or that runs in your family, something like that could come up. Or your blood sugar levels might just be off for some other reason. And I keep seeing like vitamin B12 or vitamin B, and there's all different vitamin Bs, and I am by no way an expert on What this vitamin B does, what that one does, I don't know. But I do see that you may be low on something that involves vitamin B. And I get like blood sugar levels for you not all of you, but some of you may find that they're off in January and February. Also, too, you may have issues with combating anemia, like if you're getting anemic, because you got stuff to do with like blood levels, blood sugar levels. So if you're feeling depleted and tired, I would definitely look into getting a blood test, getting blood work done, and if you're knowledgeable or if you can find a natural doctor, a naturopath, or if you like traditional medicine, whatever route you want to go, they may be able to direct you like, oh, if you take this, it's going to boost up this anemia. Or if you take this, it will balance your blood sugar levels. You just have to see what it is going on. But definitely if you feel really depleted, energetically depleted, or you feel like you have symptoms of some sort that kick up for you in the month of January or in December, I highly recommend you get your blood tested. Some of you also need to spend some time outdoors and in nature. And, if you live on the East Coast of the United States and in other countries where winter time is in January, that may really suck. So when I say that, maybe you need to travel to someplace warm. And if you live someplace warm, try to get yourself outside, because I really see, I feel like you need to be in nature. Maybe you're always inside, always working. And then when you come home, you have all this stuff to do at home. Maybe you're not getting enough outside nature energy, whatever I feel like Tauruses really do, well, all signs do really. I shouldn't just say Tauruses, but they definitely benefit from being in the sun, being close to the earth, all of that. So if you have some ability to spend time out in nature in the month of January, or you can take a vacation where you're doing that, I highly recommend it for you. You have the Five of Cups next, and this is sadness, loss, and regret. Not all hope is lost, because there's still two cups that are not overturned. They're upright behind the person in the card. But it can also mean sometimes this card comes up when somebody's got a problem with alcohol. You could have a problem with it, or somebody you're connected to could. That's not going to be the case for all of you, but some of you may have that issue, or you could be contending with it. But it's usually sadness or regret or loss about something. You may feel like you need to take a step back and like you can't do something you're doing anymore, or take a step back and get out of something that you don't really like. You may feel like you need a pause, a getaway, a break from what you're doing. I keep getting this sensation like you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel like you have too many responsibilities. You may feel like you have too much on your plate. If your health is kicking up and giving you some issues, that could be on your mind as well. And whoever the emperor is that's kicking up. And don't forget, at the beginning of the reading, it came up that you could have a child in your family that needs your help or assistance. It doesn't have to be a child. It could have been somebody else that you're close to or that lives in your house. You could be having to contend with that one. Then you're contending with the emperor. Then you have your own health to worry about. And here in the Five of Cups, I really feel like you're feeling like I've got too much stress. I have too much on my plate. You may take a leave of absence. You may cut down your hours at a job. And I also feel, Taurus, like you're going to have an awful lot of things on your plate to complete, or things you need to do. Like, I feel like you're going to feel like pressured in January. You may feel even a little isolated or a little lonely or cut off from something that you want to do. Maybe you used to, belong to certain clubs or groups or organizations, or used to exercise and go to a gym on a regular basis, or, you used to get together with the guys or the girls once a week and go out and have fun with your friends. And whatever these, you might not have been able to do that anymore. You may have some sadness and regret over some patterns of things that you really enjoyed doing, or things that boosted your spirit, gave you more energy, made your life more unique or interesting, or added color to your world. And you may have felt like you've had to cut back on some of that, or some things that you can't do anymore. Or if you're too overwhelmed at your job, like I said, some of you may feel like, I got to cut back my hours, or I need to take a leave of absence, or I need to quit and find another job that's not so demanding. Like, you have a lot of, but the weird thing is, I don't know that, like, your job, it's busy and it's always been busy, but you got family things that are going on that's mixing this up at the time. You've got the Page of Cups last, and this could be what was going on in this card, because this didn't really come up like a romance to me for you, although some of you could be, but didn't feel like it. This is a water sign person, usually a child if it's a page, but it could also be an adult that's young at heart or immature. And this could also be you if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's a water sign, because this is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising sign. Yeah, this is somebody you're contending with. This is somebody that needs you. This could be your kids. This could be one of your kids. This could be your parent, one of your parents that's now elderly, and now they're kind of like one of your kids. They may be upset about something, like they don't want to do something anymore. They might want to quit. Maybe they don't like school and they want to quit, or maybe they're in some kind of program, special program that they take, like extracurricular, and it's really intense, and now they want to quit. So for some of you, or maybe they're in college and college isn't panning out to be what they thought, and maybe they want to change their career path and go to like a trade school, and they don't want to be in college anymore and they want to quit. I mean, there's some upsetment. That's how I'm feeling, like there's upsetment around this Page of Cups. And this Page of Cups is going to be it's not some random person. This would be somebody, for them to show up in your cards this way, they're having an impact on your life, either always or in the month of January, and possibly even into February. They may be hiding some things from you. They may also be trying out some things. So be forewarned if you have any kids that are in high school or junior high, or maybe even in college. If you suspect they're like getting involved with drugs, or, testing the waters, maybe they're trying to drink, maybe they're going out and partying, and they're coming home drunk, or so I go back to this card. This card can sometimes come up when there is somebody that is drinking too much. Not always, but it can come up. And so, the water signs, I know some of you are going to like say, that's not true, you're crazy, blah, 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 probably about what I'm going to say right here. But sometimes the water signs really need to be careful about drinking. I have heard that. That's not something I'm conjuring up. I've heard it throughout the years that sometimes the water signs need to be careful of alcohol for some reason. They're either testing out the waters. They may be, I get upsetment about them again. They could be testing out the waters with you, testing your patience, or testing you to see how far they can push the envelope, or testing you to see how much will you let them quit what it is. Will you let them quit what they want to quit, or how far they can push the envelope with you? And some of them are testing other things, like they could be trying out some substances, or maybe they were straight and now they're testing out their sexuality in new ways. It could be something like that. But the thing that comes up to me is I feel that they're going through something, upsetment. They're feeling upset and they're testing things out, and I feel like they need your consoling or counsel. Maybe this is a sibling to you. Maybe you have a younger sister or brother. The Page of Cups can also mean a messenger about a love relationship or love. It could be a bearer of a message of love, but that's not how it's coming up here in your reading. So I don't know. You got to think about it, Taurus. If you want a more broad picture, an expanded view, check out the New Year's reading, because like I said, this card was definitely, Four of Swords was definitely in there. I don't think the other card, I don't recognize the other cards here from that, but that happened a lot for all the signs. Some cards got more than one card in their January reading from the new year, and some people got one. I think there was only one sign that didn't get any repeated, which was odd, because out of all 12 signs, I think everyone else did at least one card. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting my 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac for the new year of 2019, you can access those videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. And you can also get them by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there it will probably either be the first or second video series listed at the top of that page. You just click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you're interested, you can get my psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac by clicking on the other link below this video, and it will take you to those videos for the month of January 2019. And they're also available on my Vimeo on-demand page and also on my website. Go to that videos page on my menu, and it will be either the first or second video series listed on that page. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic and happy, blessed, healthy, and prosperous new year. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.